Dearly beloved, we're gathered here together in the sight of Almighty God and in the presence of these witnesses to join together Stephen and Abigail in holy matrimony. We'll celebrate with them as they make their vows before God and before us and their family and friends. Stephen and Abigail today will each give their consent to the other and make solemn vows, and in token of this, they will give and receive rings. Marriage is a sign of unity, loyalty and trust, which all should uphold and honour. Marriage takes in one breath the past on which the relationship is being built, the present with all of its transient emotions, and the future which holds the hopes and expectations.
I, Stephen William Edward Nash, take you, Abigail Louise Horsburgh.
I, Abigail Louise Horsburgh, take you, Stephen William Edward Nash,
To be my wife.
to be my husband,
To have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
I know it's unusual for the mother of the bride to do a speech, but everybody knows I always have something to say. I just want to talk a little bit about Abby and what she was like growing up. And I think most of you will remember her as this cute little thing, masses of blonde hair, big blue eyes, thank you Hayley, there's the brew. She certainly could touch heads and people were smitten with her. But Abby was a screamer, it certainly was. She hated being put down, would cry to go everywhere, she cried to be carried everywhere. I couldn't even leave her room when she'd be bringing the house down. And I know some of you over here probably, and maybe over here, were witnesses to that daily occurrence. I should have known at that point that she was always going to be vocal in her life. Like most children, Abigail would do sweet things. She would leave little heart-shaped post-it notes around the house with little messages of love for her mum. And I remember one day going into her bedroom to see this work of art over a bedroom wallpaper, which read, positivity. And I couldn't cross with her because when I said to her, why have you done that? She said to me, Nana G told me to do that and write it down. Abby did go on later to receive an award at King James Secondary School for positivity. As a young girl, and throughout Abby's life, she's had to face some very difficult times. Having had heart surgery, the last being during COVID, and the fact that she quietly lives with this unpredictable condition, she's really an inspiration. And I firmly believe that these experiences have shaped her into the most incredible person that she is today. So get yourself lucky, Stephen. Abby, you are the most confident, caring, strong, kind, loving, loyal, and sometimes funny daughter with an amazing personality. You always go the extra mile to make people happy, and you always put everybody first. You light up the room when you walk in. You are beautiful inside and out. You are an amazing mother, a precious daughter, and I know you will be a fantastic wife to Steve. And I'm so fortunate that we share this incredible bond. You know, as a parent, you long for your child to be happy. And one of the greatest rewards is to see your child experience love. My advice to you is to keep on loving each other. Always communicate and respect each other, and be accepting of any indifferences that come your way, even if you're old, great, and maybe a little bit grumpy. I just want to say thank you, Steve, for all the happiness, love and laughter you not only bring into my daughter's life, but into my granddaughter's life and my life. And I'm proud to have you as a son-in-law. And I trust that you will continue to care, love, protect and cherish my beautiful Abby as I have all these years.
10 years ago when I first saw Abby, or Blondie, this 18-year-old, gorgeous blonde, blue eyes, wearing a blue flowery dress, took my breath away. I think for the first half an hour of first meeting, I didn't speak a word. I could feel my face getting hotter and hotter as she's tried to talk to me. 10 years on, she can't get me to be quiet. Abby has cared and supported me and shown me love in a way you only see in books and films. And accepting to be my wife today and becoming Mrs. Nash fills me with pride, and I cannot wait to start forever with you. You have given me the greatest gift of all, our gorgeous daughter Eliza. Baby girl, you have taken after your mother in every way. You're caring, funny, and the most beautiful girl in the world. You are my inspiration to be better in life. You told me about this. Told me about this about me yesterday. To to make sure you and Mummy have everything you need, want and deserve in life. Everyone, please raise a glass to my beautiful girls.
Before I begin, I would just like to say how amazing Abby looks. And Steve, you look better when you get ready, mate. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Connor, Steve's best man. And for those who do know me, congratulations. When Steve asked me to be his best man, I said yes with no hesitation. But then the doubts began creeping in. Will I do a good enough job? Is there anybody better? Then I saw the other groomsmen and all the doubts faded away. I first met Steve about 9 years ago when Abby brought him round to meet me. At first, I'll admit, I did wonder how they ended up together. You have Abby, who you often hear before you see her, and then Steve, who seems to just be this quiet little southerner. Now, when I was getting to know Steve, I realised just how wrong I was about him. Over the years, we've shared many happy memories together, whether it's with our little families or nights out, with many laughs, usually involved in him putting on his cap on sideways, break dancing on the dance floor of rehab. He's even been known to do karaoke and sing to Abby. And I do have the evidence, so if anyone wants me to add me on Snapchat, he's changed a lot over the years, but one thing that has never changed is his love for Abby. And that has been apparent from the very start. When Abby was pregnant and craving candy floss, she knew the shop round the corner sold tubs of candy floss.
Yeah.
So we were sent to go get candy floss. But this is Steve. So he didn't just get a one tub of candy floss. He bought the entire tray. There was probably enough to last for about another 3 pregnancies.
Tonight's night.
As most of you in this room will know, Steve is always someone you can go to for a laugh. But he's also someone you can go to if you need someone to talk to and lean on. He's one of the kindest people with the biggest hearts I've ever known. He is someone that would move mountains for anybody he loves and cares for. This is especially true for Abby. Unless, of course, he had to choose between Abby and his car. I don't know if he's told any of you, but he does drive a Porsche. I feel blessed to have had front row seats watching their relationship grow. I can't think of 2 people that are so perfectly matched and deserve this day more than you two. You make the perfect couple. You're both kind, caring, and so selfless. How many people do you know that would do all this? Book Rudding Park, make everybody dress up, just to celebrate your friend's 30th.
Hi everyone. I know that the bride doesn't usually do a speech, but you should all know by now that a woman always loves to have the last say. And Steve's had 10 years to get used to that, haven't you, darling? So on behalf of my husband, we want to say a huge thank you for you all coming today. They say, don't marry the person you can live with, but marry the person you can't live without. And that's you, my darling. On the first day I met you, I knew that you were my love. That shy, funny man just melted my heart, and 10 years on, I'm so deeply still in love with you. Even when you say the funniest things, and you make me laugh till my cheeks hurt. And the never-ending car boots that we venture around every Sunday just so you can grab a bargain. But I love every part of you. You're all I've ever wanted and needed, and I'm so proud to be stood here today as your wife. This is an extremely special day because not only did we become husband and wife, but we joined together as a family. Our beautiful daughter Eliza. Today, Mummy became the same as you, Abigail Louise Nash. And we're now all as one, and I could not be filled with more love. I can't wait for all the happy times ahead and reminiscing on this special day each year and just remembering what a day it was. Now I have a little special, perfect person who wants to end this and just say a couple of words before we go and dance the night away. Our best achievement in life, our beautiful daughter Eliza Grace.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mummy and Daddy today. And in case you didn't get that, it was congratulations, Mummy and Daddy. Today is what? Today's your day to shine.